Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I have been doing for a long time and that is waiting to marriage. Okay, I've been waiting till marriage, celibacy, abstinence, whatever you want to call it. I've been waiting till marriage for 3 years now. 3 years, no sex, no no none of that. Also no masturbation, flicking the bean, whatever you want to call it. I haven't been doing none of that as well, and that's going to be another video. But I want to stick to the topic of, you know, what have I learned since I've been waiting to marriage, you know? And I'm gonna be honest, okay? First, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, why did I decide to do this? I made a vow to God 3 years ago that I will wait for my husband. And but genuinely, when I made this vow to God, I was doing it for God, because God was leading me. The Most High was leading me to wait till marriage. And I finally was like, all right, God, I'm gonna wait till marriage. I'm gonna do this for you. That's why I originally waited till marriage. I didn't wait till marriage for a man or to receive a husband, or like, you know, I did it for God because he was leading me in my heart and in my soul and in my spirit to do this. Like, that he put it in me to do this, okay? And I made that vow. And when I made the vow, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, can I really do this? Like, I don't know if I could do this. I was telling God that right in the moment when I was making the vow, like, God, you making me do something that is very, you know, hard for me, you know, because who doesn't, you know, love sex? You know, everybody loves sex, you feel me? And it was very hard, you know, to make a vow, because when you make a vow, God takes that very serious. The Most High takes vows very, very seriously, and I take a vow very seriously because I fear God. Personally, me, I fear God. So I ain't trying to, like, I don't want to break no vows to him and, you know, break a promise to him. Like, that would hurt me, you know what I'm saying? So I've been on this journey for 3 years of waiting to marriage, and I'm going to share with you guys, like, so far what I have learned personally, my journey. Everybody's journey is different. I'm gonna tell you what I've learned personally. I'll tell you this: when I started this abstinence, waiting to marriage journey, it wasn't really a hard thing for me, but it's just the thought of, like, not going out with sex, going without sex for years, that really, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this, you know. That's the thought, you know, going without it for years. So in the beginning, like, it was really easy. I'm used to being alone. I'm basically an introvert, so it's not really it wasn't really a problem for me in the beginning. Now, when I got the urges and stuff, the sexual urges, when I got, you know, quote unquote, the H word, horny or whatever, when I got those urges, it was difficult. It was very difficult. It was difficult. And towards the beginning of my journey, you know, when I first made the vow to God, I was, you know, touching myself. You know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this easy for me, and I'm just gonna only touch myself. This is gonna be an easy journey for me, you know what I'm saying? But then I, you know, realized that was wrong. That was wrong, touching myself, you feel me? So the journey for me waiting to marriage got even harder when I tried to stop that, and that's gonna be another video. But it got even harder, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, once I removed sex out of my life and removed masturbation and all that stuff out of my life, porn, all of that, watching videos, once I removed all of that out of my life, my mind, y'all, my mind got clearer. It was like my brain was foggy, and it just, like, cleared my brain. Like, my mind got clearer. Discernment, I gained discernment from the Father. Like, I would have different types of guys come at me, right? And I would kind of, like, see right through them. Like, the red flags would immediately be seen, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, one thing about sex, you know, when people have sexual relations with each other, it clouds a lot of your judgment, you know what I'm saying? You be thinking you really love somebody because you having sex with them, and you really don't. You know what I'm saying? You just love the sex, you lust after them, or you feel the need to, like, have that person around. When you're not having sex and you're trying to get to actually know somebody, you will see them for who they are. You'll see the red flags. You will see them for who they are really clearly, and then you will see like, dang, I don't really want this person. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, you start to see things really more clearly when there's no sex involved. You get to see like, dang, this person is not good, this person is horrible, and then you be thinking to yourself, wow, I'm glad I didn't do nothing with that person. Because then you will have a soul tie or attachment to somebody that was horrible, and then it's gonna be hard for you to let go, because you like, dang, like I had sex with this person, I built all this with this person, and it's like you stuck. You know what I'm saying? And now it's hard to let go. Now this person is stressing you out, making it worse, making your mind worse, your mental worse. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, being without sex, waiting to marriage, it cleared my mind. All that fog, you know, I get to see people for who they are, and the discernment gets clearer. You get what I'm saying? I have discernment. I get to see things more clearer. Also, what I noticed too, I know exactly I know exactly what kind of man I want. I know exactly what kind of man I want. Okay? You know, before, when I wasn't waiting to marriage, I really didn't know exactly what kind of man I wanted. Before I even knew God, I didn't really know exactly what kind of man I wanted. You know, I had an idea, you know, and most of it was like based off looks, you feel me? But I didn't really know exactly what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? And now, since I have found God, and now that I know God, now that I read the word of God, and now that I, you know, don't have sex or do, you know, I don't do none of that sexual stuff, I know exactly what kind of man I want in my life. Like, exactly. And I'm not just talking about looks, you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about who he is in here, what type of man he is in here, okay? What type of man he is up here. You know, I know exactly what kind of man I want, because also waiting to marriage, I have realized I know exactly who I am. I know what type of woman I am. I know who I am when it comes to the Most High, when it comes to the Creator. I know that I'm the daughter of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I know that I am royalty because of my Father. So I found myself by waiting to marriage. I found who I was. I found out how important I am. You know what I'm saying? I am worth something. I am valuable. I am a daughter of the Most High. And I know that now. You know what I'm saying? So if I know how good of a woman I am, and I know what type of asset I'm bringing to a man, you know, I know what man needs. I know what kind of man I want. And I believe I deserve an amazing man, because I believe I'm an amazing woman. You know what I'm saying? Because of the Most High. I wouldn't be the woman I am today if it wasn't for my Father in heaven. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Yeshua HaMashiach. And I wouldn't trade who I am today for anything. And especially, like, you know, the woman I am today, I'm so grateful God has made me into this woman. I suggest you ladies really get into the word. I suggest you start praying to God, building a relationship with God. And if you're a man too, this video is for men as well. I suggest you start building a relationship with God too, so he can make you into the man that you could never thought you would imagine. I'm telling you, y'all, I'm telling you. So I've realized that. I realized what kind of man I want and all this. Now, during my journey of waiting 3 years, you know, I'm still waiting on me. I'm still waiting for my husband. I'm not done waiting. We going on 4 years. It'll be 4 years like in October this year of 2025. But unless God send me my husband before then. But I've also learned while waiting to marriage, you know, I personally tell men, you know, once they get my number and all that, when we start talking, I tell men kind of immediately that I'm waiting to marriage, so I won't waste their time, or they won't waste my time. That's me personally. I know everybody has their time limit, but I like to get it out the way, because a lot of dudes, you know, like I said, you gain discernment. So a lot of dudes will hit you up and be like, oh, I want to hang out with you. You want to come over to my house? And I just feel like if you talking to me like that, I kind of know what type of time you on, or, you know, you're not the type of person that I am. Okay, and that's okay, but you know, we're just not on the same level. okay? So I tell a dude, if he talks to me like that, like I said, you'll gain discernment on the way they talk to you, how they approach you. If they don't come at you respectfully, if they come at you like, hey shawty, you know, on some weird, like, you know a person by their fruits. Like I said in the last video, you know somebody by their fruits. You know somebody by how they are, you know, how they express themselves, you know. So on certain things that a guy says, like if he comes at me like, oh, you know, you want to come to my house, like he ain't talking about taking me on a date or anything like that. You know, no matter what, if he is talking about taking me on a date, I still tell a guy, no matter what, that I am waiting to marriage, okay? I tell him immediately because I just want to get that out the way. And I have had a lot of guys, you know, when I tell them that, they'll, you know, I'm gonna say this because a lot of women feel like if you tell a dude you're waiting to marriage, they feel like you're weeding out all the bad guys. Yes and no, okay? You are weeding out the majority of them, I will say, but some dudes take you as a challenge, and I'm gonna talk about that because you got to be very careful about that, okay? So they will come to you like they're on agreement with you, and they'll use words to make it seem like they on the same page as you. And this man could be handsome, or this woman, I'm talking to the men as well, that you got to be careful, okay? This person could be very attractive, and you telling them that you're waiting to marriage, and really they're not on the same page as you. They're lying, but they're going to use words to make you think that they're on the same page. So you got to really ask God for discernment. So Proverbs, like, and they will tell you, once you start going along with them, they'll slowly try to get your guard down. Hey, can we have phone sex? You know, can I do this with you? Like, and you thinking to yourself, I thought I told you I was waiting to marriage. Why are you trying to do sexual things like this? You know what I'm saying? And then you tell them, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this sexual thing. I don't want to do this sexual thing. Or I told you. And they keep doing it, and they keep asking you, keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told you in my last video about boundaries, y'all. Stand on your boundaries. And then it will suck once you start you already gained feelings for this person, and they're doing this, right? So they caught you. Now you on a hold. You know what I'm saying? So Proverbs 5:3 talks about how you need to be careful about somebody using slick words, okay? So Proverbs 5:3, for the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood. Sorry, y'all, this car is going through. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life. Lest you ponder her path of life. That means lest you walk her way of life. Her ways are unstable. Her ways are unstable. You do not know them, okay? Her ways, that means her ways are like all over the place, okay? But you follow her path. She don't even know, her life is unstable. And you following her, or you following this guy, you feel me? They're not even right themselves. So they're gonna make you unstable. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know them. It says that you do not know them. You don't know this person's how they living. You know what I'm saying? But you're going off of their words. That's what the scripture is saying. You're going off this person's words because they sound so good in the beginning. They're in agreement with you. You feel me? But you're going with this person's words, and you don't even know that this person is lying, and their life is unstable, okay? And their life is going down to hell. It's going down to death. So if you following this person off of their words, you're going to be unstable just like them. You're going to be following to their death just like them, okay? So that's what the scripture is saying, okay? Proverbs 5:3, okay? And that's letting us know that we need to be careful. We just can't listen to words, you know what I'm saying? We got to have discernment. If you're a person that sees someone waiting to marriage as a challenge, and you try to lie about your life so you can just slither your way in to make them do something, sexual things, or to just sleep with them, try to get them off their path with God, I wanted to share this Bible verse, this scripture, okay? And I want both people that's waiting to marriage to be aware, and people that are doing stuff like this because you're being used. to be aware, okay? So it's Proverbs 10:23. Proverbs 10:23. It says, to do evil is like a sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. Okay? So to do evil, someone who likes to do evil, it's like a sport to them. Okay, they see it as something to, oh, I want to do this. I feel like if I can rob someone, you know, and I can steal something from someone, I'm gonna gain something out of it. Okay, but people don't understand that everything you do has consequences. Okay, and you reap what you sow. Okay, so when you make someone try to sin or try to do evil, because you see it as a sport, you do evil, you see it as something, as a trophy to get, you're gonna reap what you sow off of that. You know what I'm saying? You making someone sin, not only are you sinning, you going against your own soul by doing that, you also affecting somebody's path to God, and you making them sin. You got to realize that. Okay, so I want people to be aware of that. It says Proverbs 10:23, to do evil is like a sport to a fool. A fool sees it as a challenge to take a woman that's waiting to marriage and to make her have sex with him. You know, a fool sees that as a sport. A fool sees that as a challenge, as something to gain. What do you gain off of doing that? You're making a woman disobey God. That just shows that you have no fear in God. You're not scared of God. You know what I'm saying? You showing that you don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? You doing that. You know, and that's showing that you're evil as well. You're doing something evil. Okay. I also wanted to read this scripture as well. It's Proverbs 12:2. I also wanted to read this scripture. It's Proverbs 12:2. It says, a good man obtains favor from the Lord. Okay, but a man of wicked intentions he will condemn. Let me say that again. Proverbs 12:2. It says, a good man obtain favor from the Lord. So a good man, a righteous man, will obtain favor. God will favor this man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be blessed from the Most High. Okay, but it says, but a man of wicked intentions he will condemn. So if you have intentions to make a woman that's waiting to marriage to sleep with you, to have sex with you, to do sexual things with you, those are your intentions, to try to get her to take her clothes off, to try to get her to do things that she don't want to do, that she made a vow to God that she didn't want to do. Okay, she made a vow to God that she don't want to have sex. Okay, and you're trying to, and your intentions is to sleep with her and to throw her off that path, just so you can pleasure yourself, and so just so you can tell your friends or to tell people, yeah, bro, I got her, bro, she a hoe, bro, I knew she was like this, I knew she was like that, bro, you let her. Y'all need to understand too, y'all, a lot of guys need to understand, I love men, okay, I want y'all to be aware, I love men, but a lot of y'all need to understand, it says in the Bible that men are the head, men are the lead over women. Okay, and I believe that 100%. Okay, so a man can lead a woman to Christ, a man can lead a woman to do good and to try to get her on the right path. Even if she's not on the right path, a man can lead a woman to get on the right path, because y'all are the head, y'all are the lead over us. But a man can also lead a woman to do evil. A man can also lead a woman to do sin and horrible things. And you man got to be careful with that too, because there's a man out here waiting to marriage. Okay, so you got to be careful, because there's a woman can have wicked intentions into making you sleep with her when you didn't when you're trying to be on the right path of God. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to follow your way to the Most High and be a God-fearing man, there's women out here that are evil, you know what I'm saying, that have wicked intentions. But it says in this word on Proverbs 12:2, a good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked intentions, that means somebody that has intentions to do evil, he will condemn. God will condemn those people. God will condemn these people, okay, that's trying to make you fall, do evil things, or because a man that has wicked intentions, his intentions are trying to do evil. God will condemn that man, or God will condemn that woman that's trying to make you do evil, bro, because their intentions are evil. So if you have fear in God, just know I read this. Okay, so I'm talking to men, I'm talking to the people that are waiting to marriage, I'm trying to make you be aware of people like this. But I'm also talking to the people that do this, that do be trying to make people do evil things, you know, that do have wicked intentions. I'm talking to y'all too, you know. And I just also wanted to say this to my people that's watching, that are waiting to marriage or trying to get to that path. That if you got people around you like this that's trying to throw you off your path or has evil intentions to do you bad, I want you to pray for these people. Okay, they need prayer because they being used by the enemy. Okay, some people don't understand spiritually what's going on. Okay, but we do. But I want you to know people know what they do though, but at the same time they don't know they being used spiritually. Okay, so I want you to pray for these people, because some people have a lust issue. Some people can't control themselves. They just they got a reprobated mind. So y'all gotta, I'll pray for these people. You know what I'm saying? I pray for everybody. I pray for people that do me wrong all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they need the Most High. They really do. They need Yeshua. I pray about every man that come in my life. Every man that come in my life, I pray to the Most High. So if a man think he can deceive me, eventually the Most High is going to reveal this man and his true intentions to me. And he does every time. And sometimes the Most High does test me, okay? Sometimes the Most High does test me. And when a man that is in agreement with you and that's pretending and lying and hiding his true colors, usually the Most High may be testing you with that man. The Most High may be testing you with that man, and he starts to, you know, try to get you to do little stuff, sexual little things, you feel me? God might be testing you, okay? You know, he might be, I don't know, but like I said, you gotta keep praying. You gotta keep your relationship with God. You gotta keep praying to God to show you these men's true colors. And the same thing with men that's watching. You got to keep praying that God show you a woman's true colors. If you're waiting to marriage, or if you're not trying to do something, ask God for discernment, you know, because, you know, you got to be careful of the lips of the immoral woman. You got to be careful of what somebody say. You got to be careful just because they're beautiful, or just because a man is handsome. You got to be careful, y'all, because the devil is out to destroy God's children. Okay, and he's trying to take you off your path, and he will use anybody. You know what I'm saying? If somebody doesn't have a strong relationship with the Most High, he's going to use them because they're easy to be used. Okay, so I've learned that through my journey of waiting to marriage. I learned to stick to my boundaries. Like, watch the last video, I talk about boundaries, how important they are. And also, another thing I learned about waiting to marriage is that my faith has gotten stronger. You know, my prayer life has gotten stronger to the Most High. You know, I've been consistent on reading the Bible. My thoughts are more pure. I don't think about sex like that. You know, all of that has changed within me while waiting to marriage as well. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you cut off secular music, certain type of music that is vulgar when it comes to sex or violence, that also clears your mind as well. You will have better thoughts. I'm telling you, that's gonna be another video, okay? But you know, me not having sex, I don't think about sex too much like that. It's not clouding my brain, you know. And some people may think that's impossible too. Like, you know, a lot of people be like, man, I think about sex every day. I think about sex all the time. But once you gain discipline, you won't think about it like that. It won't be a slave to your mind, you know. So I suggest people to, you know, try this. I definitely suggest it. It will get you closer to God, you know. And you know, I want you to pray too. If it's hard for you to stop having sex, I want you to pray to the Most High and ask him for discipline. At first, I need you to build a relationship with God, okay? You gotta build a relationship with Yeshua, with the Most High Yah. And then I suggest that you start to ask for discipline. Like, Father, please help me to gain discipline over my body. Please calm down my urges. You know, please take away these thoughts, these sexual thoughts of me wanting to have sex. You know, please remove somebody that is not good out of my life, that has bad intentions for me, that doesn't mean me no well. You have to pray these things, y'all. Y'all gotta, you know, I wouldn't be disciplined if it wasn't for the Most High. This is why I wouldn't have done this by myself. You know, God did this for me. So I suggest you guys to do that. I'm surprised, you know, I'm surprised at the woman I am today, I ain't gonna lie. And I wouldn't trade none of this for anything, you know. And I've learned a lot from this journey of waiting till marriage. And you shouldn't be actually, and also I wanted to add this, you shouldn't be trying to wait till marriage to get a husband. And or to my men out there, you shouldn't be trying to wait till marriage to get a wife. Like, that shouldn't be the sole purpose. You should be doing it for the Most High Yah, to please him, to be obedient to him, you know, to grow closer to him and to Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? That's why you should be doing it. Okay. And then, you know, I'm sure if God sees you being obedient, he will give you what your heart desires, and that's a husband or a wife. Okay. But that shouldn't be the main purpose. That shouldn't be the main purpose. God should be the main purpose. And that was my main purpose when I first started this. Okay. But towards my journey, I did start to want a husband really bad. I started to idolize marriage, and God started to, you know, give me tests. And I noticed that, and God started to, you know, I started to kind of drift away a little bit, but I always kept my vows. But I started to drift away a little bit of my spiritual journey with God. But God, you know, he yanked me back. Okay. He was like, no. And he tested me too. He tested me, and I've learned a lot through this journey, and I'm better than ever. Okay. And my full focus now is the Most High more than anything, you know. And of course I still desire a husband and desire a family and a baby, but I'm all about God right now. I want the will that God has for me. That's how I look at it, you know. If he gives it to me, if he doesn't, it is what it is. I just want to be close to the Most High, and I want to be as pure as I can, you know. And I know nobody can be perfect, but I'm trying to be perfect as I can. That's how I feel. And you know, once God blesses me with my future husband, I will be so grateful. I'm going to treat him like a king. Okay. I'm going to treat my future husband like a king. Okay. So amazingly I'm going to treat him. And I will be so thankful and blessed to the Most High to receive a husband that is from him, you know. And I know if he's from him, I know he's going to treat me like a queen. So yeah, so those are the things I have learned so far. I probably missed certain things, you know, but hey, these are the things I can think of right now. So I just pray that y'all grow a better foundation and a better relationship with the Most High. And make sure you pray to him, make sure you build your relationship, make sure you start asking God for discernment and discipline over yourself. And I'm telling you, he will do it, because I never thought I would be sitting here waiting for, you know, saying I waited for marriage for 3 years. You know what I mean? So it's definitely possible. I'm telling y'all, it's possible. It is possible. God can do anything, and you got to believe that and have faith in that. Okay, that he can do anything, because he can. I'm telling you. But yeah, that's the video today. That's all I gotta say. I'll see y'all in the next video. Shalom and peace.